There, okay, I think we're streaming, so if you want to go check your timeline. If you're watching, just hold on. We're just going to make sure we're live before we jump in. Give us a minute here. Let me know if you can see us online to now. Oh, I see us. Do you
You
see us?
do?
Do you see
Okay.
us?
I don't see us, but it could just be me. Oh, yep. Okay.
Okay, let's dive in. I don't know if I can see it on YouTube, but let's. Oh, I see a little. Wait a moment, then try again. Do you see it on your timeline?
I do.
Okay, good. Then let's go for it because it says to. Okay, anyways, hello everybody. Welcome to our little time together with me and Danelle. We're going to share some great information with you tonight, share our story and what's happening. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Candace. Hey, Donna, welcome, welcome. I am a almost 58-year-old mama, nanny, wife, all the things. And for the past 3 decades, I've been supporting people in finding healthier solutions and really focusing on the last little while on helping women get into alignment with their self belief, their self love, cleaning up their brain fog and just feeling more plugged into their life than ever. And tonight I'm joined with Danelle, who has partnered with me. And Danelle, I'm going to give you a minute to introduce yourself here too and just share what.
Oh, I wasn't thinking about that. All right. So, if anybody doesn't know me, my name is Danelle, and I have been basically trying to find healthier solutions in um, mitigating pain and other things. So, that's kind of why I'm here tonight.
Excellent. Awesome. So Danelle and I have partnered before, and it's been a privilege to work with her before. But when I found this new opportunity and everything that it had to offer, not just with income and supplements, but the whole frequency part of it. I shared it with Danelle, and she was like, I'm in, much the same as I was when it was introduced to me. So, for those of you who don't really know what we're talking about frequency charged nutrition. And for those of you who have been looking for solutions for things like brain fog and menopause and pain and energy and not sleeping well and just not feeling your best, not feeling plugged in, feeling a bit disconnected, we're going to share with you tonight how we have both impacted for us those kinds of things and how it's really turned things around for us, right, Danelle?
Yes,
In just
a
a
lot.
very short period of time. So let's start by just sharing a little bit about where we started. Like, share a little bit, Danelle, how you were feeling 3 weeks ago. What kind of things were you really challenged with and looking for some solutions for?
I was exhausted like every single day to the point where I would take a nap every single day. Like I would get done with work and I would take a nap. It didn't matter if it was 5 o'clock in the evening, 6 o'clock in the evening, I would take a nap. And on top of that, excruciating pain. Like I would wake up in pain to where I would run for my heating pad and I would have my heating pad on most of the day, even though it's 90 plus degrees outside right now. So it's not fun to live in pain like that at all. So that was one of the biggest things was will this help my pain and will this help from me not being exhausted all the time?
Yeah. If you're tuning in with us right now or you're catching this replay later and you can relate to anything Danelle shared, put it in the comments just what you're going with. If you have a friend who is like kind of dealing with what Danelle has described, tag her or him in the comments because here's what I think people don't realize is so many times we get used to living that way, right? Exhausted and pain. It just becomes the way we get through life. And I know Danelle and myself, we've been in kind of a hunt for things to change that because that's not any way anybody wants to live. And so if you're tired of being tired, if you're tired, my story is kind of I got hit by menopause about 15 years ago and it hit me like a brick wall. And I lost who I was. And I, you know, was exhausted like you, Danelle. I wasn't sleeping properly. I had cold flashes. I wish I had a cold flash. Hot
Right?
flashes, memory loss. I would walk into a room and not remember why I was there. I was just like so, my moods were so back and forth, and I just kind of lost my joy. I lost who I was. I didn't feel like myself anymore. And I tried all kinds of things to help that. I have huge food noise, lots of mental chatter. I would go to bed at night and wake up at 3 in the morning in mid thought. Like
Oh yeah,
my
the mental chatter. Yes, crazy.
your brain
Mhm.
just never shuts down. I started having panic attacks. I was constantly feeling overwhelmed. Problems seemed so magnified. Like, right, I couldn't see the other side of solving any of my life problems. And I have a pretty good life. It's not like I was living in a horrible life. I got a good marriage. I got a great husband. I've got, you know, little ones that run around all the time. I got a good job, like all the things. And yet I just couldn't feel connected to it or really joyful. Can you relate to that too, Danelle?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So 3 weeks ago, you started something, and how does, we'll talk about what it is after, but how do you feel now versus how you felt 3 weeks ago ish?
It's crazy, actually. It's really crazy. So I don't wake up in pain all the time. I now, granted, my pain is not completely gone, but it is like 90% better. I don't wake up in pain. Like, I really and truly thought it was my mattress. And I was considering going and buying a new bed because I'm like, I can't live like this. Like, it can't keep going on like this. So it's not my mattress. It really is something within me. My pain is a lot less, and I have a lot more energy. I'm able to think clearer. Um, like, I have that whole, brain chatter, everything going on inside too. And it's allowed me to focus better. So I can focus and like get a task done.
Yeah.
Or, hey, I can go and vacuum the house after I've worked all day long, which that was never happening. So, it's like things that need to be done are getting done now, which is, oh my gosh, it's like crazy. I
I
love
remember
it.
seeing you do a live or a video like a couple of days after you were out in the yard, what, cleaning the yard, and you were like, I don't do this. This isn't like, this isn't
I,
me.
yeah, I literally went and cut down. There were like volunteer trees growing like everywhere out back. And I went and I cut a ton of them down, and then I dragged them down my driveway, which I have a really long driveway, and out in front of the house. And then I had to cut them down to where they would pick them up because they were too long.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Wow. Such a gift when you start doing things that you didn't think you could do or haven't had the energy to do. Because when you have those things you want to do and you don't do, it weighs on you, right? It's more stress, it's more
It
overwhelm, it's more
does. Yeah.
exhaustion. Yeah. For me, about a month ago, I was kind of at my wit's end. I thought, how am I going to, you know, do I want to live the rest of? I'm going to be 58 in a couple of weeks. Do I want to live the rest of my life like this? And I tried this drink, and within about 20 minutes, and I have been working with acupuncture, therapy, EMDR, all the things to help reduce my cortisol levels these last 8-9 months because I know that that's kind of where I'm stuck. And so within about 20 minutes of taking this drink, I felt like someone gave my central nervous system a hug. Like it was like, it just kind of, I felt my shoulders go. And then about 4 days later, continuously taking it, I woke up on a Saturday morning and my husband looked at me and said, "You're different. What's going on with you?" And I was like, "I don't know. I feel happy."
Good.
I sat with it for a minute and I was like, I feel like plugged in. I feel some joy. Like I'm looking at the world in a different lens. About a week later, him and I were in a conversation that, married couples have. that sometimes is heated and it's not, we were discussing some hard things. And he looked at me and he said, "You just are peaceful and calm. I've never seen that in a very long time." And I thought, yeah, I have all the same problems that I had a month ago. Like, no miracle cure has come and taken care of all my problems in my life, but I can look at them without the panic or the anxiety or the hopelessness that I was feeling before. It's just lifted. The mental chatter is gone. My brain is quiet. I sleep like a baby. And I wake up with optimism again.
Yeah, like you feel good when you wake up.
Hmm.
Not, oh, okay, I have another day to get through.
Right? And don't you feel like you kind of thought that was gone?
Oh,
Like,
yeah. I just, like, I have brought up pain and exhaustion to my doctor several times, and they run blood work and everything comes back good. So it's like, well, this is just how it's going to be to now.
so if you're watching this and you are at that stage in your life where when someone asks you how you are, you go, "I'm good. I'm fine. Everything's fine." And in your heart, you're like, "I don't feel fine. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. It's a drudge to get up every day." If you're feeling that way, put it in the chat or reach out to Danelle and myself. So I'm going to share a little bit about what we have done. And for both Danelle and I, like she shared, we've been on a hunt for a really long time to find some solutions. And I found some really great things. But it has always felt for me kind of like a Band-Aid. Like it's just a patch that you put on. And the thing I love about this is it feels like it's coming from the inside out.
Yes, I agree.
Right? It's different on a level. So here's why it's different. These products that we're talking about came to be about 3 years ago, maybe a little bit longer, because the owners of this company, Dave and Barb Pidcock, had a daughter who had struggled with mental health and addiction. And about 3 years ago, she OD'd on fentanyl and almost lost her life. And so if you can relate to this in any way, maybe you have someone who struggles, maybe you have someone who's living with overwhelm and anxiety and exhaustion. It really hit me in my mama's heart when I heard this story, because Barb did what every mom would do. She grabbed her daughter, took her away, tried to find every solution they could, detox, holistic approaches, all the things to try to heal her daughter. And at the same time, Dave had always been interested in frequencies, energy, vibration. And they started to try to come up with something that could help their daughter. Now, I'm just going to be very clear. We don't cure, we don't treat, we're not recommending anybody use this to cure whatever you got going on. This is literally just a support. But they created these products and they gave them to her daughter. And her daughter said, "Mom, we have to let everybody know about this. This is the best I have felt in my life." And so this company came to be. And what they did was, because of what Dave knew about frequencies, they got their hands on a medallion, a proprietary medallion that actually embeds 11 harmonic frequencies into their products. So you can see this little thing. Now, if you don't know what frequency is, think about Wi-Fi. That's a frequency. Think about ultrasound. That's a frequency. If you've heard of grounding sheets or vibrational plates, or it's as simple as you are in a bad mood and you put your favorite song on and it lifts your spirit, or you go outside to put your feet in the ground and take a walk, you get grounded. That is all frequency. And so they had this proprietary medallion that embeds 11 harmonic frequencies into their products, and it helps to raise your vibration. So not only are you getting a really great 7 functional mushroom drink that tastes like peach iced tea. If you're in Canada, you know what that sounds like. You know what, you guys have that in the US?
It does. It does.
And it's embedded with these harmonic frequencies because of this little medallion that's on it. We also have skincare, we have essential oils, we have face cream, we have jewelry that's all charged with these frequencies. And so not only do the products help to, this is our drink, which helps with mental health, it helps with clarity, it helps with brain fog, it helps with your mood. It's got the frequencies as well. And then we have this source, which is trace minerals, that also is charged. And it's got black fulvic mineral in it. It's got a whole bunch of magnesium, all the things that you need, trace minerals that you need that our bodies are kind of lacking. This has methylated B, all that kind of thing. So they made these products for their daughter. She used it, had a really good experience. They started sharing it with friends and family, and people came back saying, I feel in a better mood. I don't feel so heavy. I feel like I can tackle things more. I have more energy. I'm sleeping better. All those kinds of things. And that's how this company came to be. And today we're 3 years old. It just really got started, and we are impacting so many lives of, people starting to raise their vibration, starting to feel that energy. And in this world where we're all kind of anxious and overwhelmed, that vibration is so important. And so that's kind of how the company came to be. Did I miss anything, Danelle?
I don't think so. The only thing that I like the source because it acts as a detox, but it is a very gentle detox.
Yeah.
So if you've ever had detoxes where they're real harsh on your body, this is not at
Right.
all.
Yeah.
So
And
the
it's something,
combination just works really well together.
yeah. And so, you take this drink, you mix it just in water, you drink it, it tastes delicious. There's a couple of flavors. You add a dropper or two of this throughout the day. And these two things alone are having huge impacts for people. I have people messaging me saying, I feel like someone turned the lights on. I feel like
Mhm.
I can sleep. So many people, I'm shocked at how many people have told me in the last little while, I need that nap in the middle of the afternoon and now I don't need it anymore.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And it just gets better. And we have great products like this Reverse, which is an anti-aging. It also is a fat metabolizer, a metabolic booster, and it helps to repair your DNA because as we age, that happens. We have this little thing, which is a frequency charged straw. So what's beautiful about this is it's frequency charged. No matter what you put it in, it's now charging whatever you're drinking, and it's anti-wrinkle. When you suck from a straw like that. So we have phenomenal products that are really, in my viewpoint, a month's supply, very affordable. And so if you want to know more about that, make sure that you reach out to Danelle or myself. We have a great review group where people are sharing their experiences. You don't just have to listen to ours in case yours is different. But if you know someone struggling with focus, with having a hard time getting through their day without being distracted, and when you think about it, we're exposed to negative frequencies all the time. We're both on a laptop right now. There's electronic magnetic fields right now. Your cell phone, the lights, whatever it is, it's all around us. And this helps to mitigate that. So quickly before we wrap up, I wanted to share a little bit about how you can get your hands on these products and talk a little bit about, when we're talking about overall health and less anxiety and less overwhelm, one of the things that concerns people a lot is their finances. When you're struggling financially, and with the cost of living climbing today and income staying exactly where it is, everything, it's out of balance, and it makes it hard for people to meet ends, right?
Right. Yep.
Yeah. And maybe you're someone who's had to cut out your travel budget or the fun times you do with your family, or maybe you've gone and got a second or third job. What I want to share with you, I've been in this profession for 37 years and I've been with multiple companies. I know Danelle as well has been around for a really long time. And I'm always looking for products that have impact for people, that people can afford, and that people, if they want to share it with their friends and family, can actually make some extra income. And so if you're looking for a way to increase that income for yourself, add another income stream to your family without having to go get another job and be out of your house and away from your family another 8-10 hours a week, if you have a phone, you can do this kind of business. If you have friends who struggle with, anxiety and all those things that we mentioned, that would be looking for something that could give them some support, and you have a link that they can share, you can either, as a customer, share your link, and when someone purchases from you, you get bonus points that you can use against your next order. Or if you actually want to make some money, you can come in as an affiliate, buy these 2 little products that you want to use, or these 3 products, and get a percentage discount, make some income as well. We have all the systems for you. And what's super exciting, if you're watching this and you've been in the profession for a while, one of the things that was attractive to me is that when someone purchases something, that whole dollar is what you earn commission on. For most businesses, if someone spends $1, you usually make income on 55 to 60% of that dollar. Here, $1 is $1. So if you're anywhere from 5% to 30% commission is what you can earn here. Someone spends $100, that's $30 in your pocket. It's as simple as that. And if you can think of 5 or 6 people you know that would benefit from that drink or that source or an essential oil or some face cream that's charged, you could definitely be sharing your link with them. And if you're not ready to jump in and you just want to try something different, we also have what we call a 5-day experience. You had the packs there, Danelle, where you can just purchase 5 of those Rise drinks to try and see for yourself before investing in the whole bundle. And I know Danelle has some of those available. I have some of those available. So if you're like, I want to do that 5-day experience and just see how it works for me before I make a big investment, reach out to us and we will get that 5-day experience in your hands and you can try it and see for yourself what kind of impact that you have. So Danelle, anything you want to share before we wrap up?
No, I'm just super excited to share it. So get everybody feeling better.
Right? Oh my gosh, raise that vibration, because when you live at a higher vibration, you can manifest, everything comes to you. Life is just so great. And honestly, if you're looking for a way to make some extra income, come in. We have all the support. We have an easy system. Literally, if you want to make a couple $100 a month and you have 15 to 20 minutes a day, we will show you exactly what you need to do and keep it super simple for you while you're having your own experience. So thanks so much, everybody, for joining. Make sure that you tag anybody in the bottom. If you know someone who needs to hear this, share it with a friend and reach out to Danelle and myself if you want more information. Have a great night.
Bye.
Oh no. Click the wrong button.